Good evening, everybody. It's Randy Hilarski here with our Aurox indicator update for May 6th of 2023. It has been an interesting week, and I've been quite, I don't know, up and down. Can't quite explain it, but I'm sure somebody could fill it in. I've been hoping that Pulse Chain would launch. Been spending a lot of time with other Hexkins over the last week, setting up bank accounts, going out to eat, talking about what's going to happen with Pulse Chain launches, the no permissions, Patreon call, strategy calls. It's just been a phenomenal week. I got my new computer, my new Mac is here. I've got, going to be setting this up. It's just everything is coming together for a Pulse Chain launch, but we still don't have Pulse Chain. So no matter what we think, ideas that we have when Pulse Chain is launching, it just gets pushed back. So this is me consoling you and you consoling me that everything's going to be all right. Pulse Chain will come. This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened for me in the crypto space. I've launched, see the horns. I've launched over 40 projects, been part of 40 launches, exciting things, but nothing pales all that it pales in comparison to what I feel like we're going to experience with the Pulse Chain launch and over the next 24 to 48 months. It's going to be an up and down ride. Absolute crazy wealth is going to be made. Wealth will be lost. People will FOMO. People will get wrecked. That's the name of the game. But those of you guys who stay the course and you don't get swindled out of your tokens, you're going to do all right. So I'm a little bit melancholy tonight because I really wanted Pulse Chain to launch last week, and it didn't. But things are looking good. There's not much more we can do. I can't force a hand. I'm not on the team. I'm not a dev. I'm not Richard Hart. So all I can do is stand on the sidelines with you guys and hope that it launches soon. So without further ado, let's look at good old Hex on the monthly chart. And it's levitating. It's staying right there. We went green back when Hex was about 2.5 cents, going back to November, and it's still green Aurox indicator. And we're at 5.85 or almost 6 right now and looking good, right? Oh, it's exactly 6 cents. So that's a good thing to see for the monthly. And the Aurox, not the Aurox indicator, but the demand index is over 0. And we still have greed in the market. So Hex is looking pretty decent, considering it's relying a lot on Pulse Chain at the moment. If you read the newsletter at the Beehive down below, you can click and read it. I express how I feel. And I think that the Hex community, we're on edge right now. A lot of pressure is building up because the Ethereum blockchain has become pretty useless to us. We can't do unstakes. We can't mint our Hedron. Our COSA is getting super expensive to stake and unstake. It's just getting out of control. So our whole ecosystem is hanging on the future of Pulse Chain. This is how it is. So on the weekly, we still have, we're week 6 now, right now, of a red Aurox indicator. It'll likely, if Pulse Chain launches, we'll get that dip and then it'll turn around and we'll start getting green probably in a couple more weeks. If Pulse Chain launches this next week, say right here, we get the one more candle and then we get a launch and it goes back down to 2 cents or 2.5 cents, whatever happens, then we'll probably get a green Aurox indicator. Maybe we'll retest the lows and then we'll get going again. I would love to see that. but that means the Aurox team needs to add pulse chain to the charts because I won't be able to see it if they don't do that. All right, so let's look at the daily. In the daily, we do have a green. Goes up, 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 elevator down, and we're making the stairs up again. And we have the BGMC AI is well over into the green, so that's quite positive. But the demand index is below zero. That's negative. So everything here is positive except for the demand index. Now let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin can't right now. It can't seem to decide what it wants to do. On the monthly, we are still bullish. It's at 28,941. Everything here looks bullish for Bitcoin. Let's look at the weekly. Well, we do have a red Aurox indicator, but it looks like every other signal is still positive on the weekly. Just the Aurox indicator is red. And let's go to the daily. Oh, we just got a red on the daily as well. So that's a little bit negative. And the red's above the green, the moving averages. We do have a positive demand index. We do have greed in the market. Look how long we've had greed in the market right now. That looks like a bull market to me, but I'm still contending that due to the craziness is out that window with those banks and stuff, this world can get pretty rough. And AI is heading down again. Ethereum on the monthly, 5 months straight green. Demand index looks good. Greed looks good. Go Ethereum. Ethereum's doing really well, even though it's destroying our hopes and dreams. Can't do any transactions on there. We got 2 weeks of sell. But the moving average is still positive, and we have demand index is positive. Looking good on the weekly. Not too great, but it's good. And then on the daily, looks good. 6 days green. Demand index good. AI is well above the green. So overall, looks pretty good. Hedron is taking a hit today, down 8%. And on the weekly, we just got a red Aurox indicator again. We did have the red here last week, and then it disappeared before the week completed. So let's see how this one turns out. Come on, Hedron, turn that frown upside down. So that's the update for the No Permissions newsletter. I hope you guys enjoy the newsletter. It's free. I write it every Saturday night. And if you want to have a little bit more from me, join the Patreon at patreon.com/no permissions. And I actually have consults too, if you guys want to do consults. And that's on No Permissions too at the Patreon. Okay. Cheers. And I hope to see Pulse Chain launch this week.